Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims info/thoughts video. So this one is going to focus on a response to the controversy surrounding Alexa and the whole Sim skill thing recently that I think brings a lot of clarity to what's happened over the past few weeks. So SimGuru Emery made this very detailed post on the official forums. I'm not going to read it word for word, but he basically starts off saying that yes, him and the rest of Maxis are working hard on future content, but since EA is what's considered a publicly traded company and they have to deal with certain rules such as revenue recognition, he can't talk about specifics just yet. He then goes on to explain that Manu, also known as SimGuru Hex 00, has worked on The Sims since The Sims 3, but has background in natural language processing. And since Amazon recently made the Alexa skill developer kit available to third parties like EA, he started working on the Sims skill, and some other people from Maxis, including Emery, joined in, and they finished it all in their spare time outside of their work hours. What's really interesting to me, though, is the next paragraph, where Emery talks about how he came up with the idea of adding the Lindsay smart speaker in-game to go alongside the Alexa skill. Unfortunately, they could not get a patch lined up for January, as we now know, so instead, the Lindsay was released in December because it was the closest timing they could get to the Alexa skill release date, and he thought it would be better to give it sooner rather than later. He apologized for the game-breaking bug that happened because of the earlier than planned release. And yeah, it just makes so much more sense to me now, because I did find it a little strange how the Lindsay smart speaker was just put in there in that December update, because it's not technically part of that free holiday-themed DLC that came out in that same update, because if you click on that little present icon in the main menu that shows you all the stuff that comes in the free holiday DLC, the smart speaker is not in there. So I just figured, okay, I guess it's just a cool extra holiday gift, so I didn't really think much about that, but okay, yeah, now that makes a lot more sense. And I think that's a huge shame they couldn't release the smart speaker in January alongside the Alexa skill, because if they had been both announced at the same time, I don't think there would have been half the controversy that there is right now. Because if they had, then the Maxis monthly livestream would have been like, okay, here's this passion project that some of us have been working on in our spare time, but also here's this thing that you're going to get in-game that goes alongside this, so everybody wins and it doesn't make it seem like, oh, there's just like nothing to look forward to at all in January when it comes to actual game content. And it definitely sucks that the whole game-breaking bug situation with the Lindsay happened, but at least now we know why that happened in the first place, because it was like, how on earth did that slip through the cracks? And to end things on a bit of a lighter note, SimGuru Hex 00 did tweet about how he was testing out the whole Sims Alexa skill on his phone, since you can do that on your phone as well. You don't need to actually have the speaker to do the trivia and all that stuff. And he was trying to break some high scores, and he showed off two of the questions that can come up. So one of the questions is, in The Sims 4, which pack did the talk radio station come with? And the other question is, what was the reason for Eric Darling's untimely demise during his honeymoon with Agnes Crumplebottom? I'm not going to spoil the answers for these, especially since the talk radio station question was one of the ones that I contributed. So that's pretty cool to see this made it into the final product. I was really hoping that if any of my questions were going to appear, it would be that one, because I did want to submit at least one question where it was going to be very challenging, and I even went out of my way to make sure that even the wrong answers sounded like correct ones. So I think the talk radio station could have come with any of those packs, really. I think it would have fit. And if you already know the correct answer to this question without having to look it up, then I salute you, because you're definitely a big fan of music in The Sims. And if you do have the talk radio station in your game, then I do suggest giving it a listen if you haven't already, because I do find it quite unique compared to what we have with other radio stations in The Sims, because usually it's just straight up music. But it's kind of the opposite with this one, because you just have Sims talking in Simlish, and it's basically up to you to interpret how this conversation is going on the radio, what it is they're talking about. And I think it's just a nice touch of realism, because radio stations aren't really often something that's just all music all the time. And I guess from another perspective, you could also imagine as if your Sims are listening to a podcast, since it is just straight up talking with no music going on. And that wraps up another Sims info/thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Are you looking forward to the Sims Alexa skill? Are you going to try it out? And be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe, because it lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, and please don't burn your pancakes.